my SmackDown review. This is Jacob Cass 2024. We're going to talk about what happened on SmackDown tonight. This is how the show ended, with the Bloodline standing tall. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa retained their titles. They came out posed with Solo and Jacob Fatu. That's how the show ended. Um, oh, actually, wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Alright, my phone just edited out. Thanks, Tom. You wanted to take advantage of this opportunity. Hold on. Alright, now we can talk about the show. I just want to show you how the show ended with the Bloodline standing tall. Make sure you guys hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section if y'all want to see more. My video has been sponsored by Solomonster, JD from New York, Fightful Wrestling Inc. Are those the only podcasters on the show? Now, first I want to show you guys all the other podcasters here. We had a few things to talk about on the show. AJ Styles made a return. Naomi and Tiffany had a match. We had a special look between Cody and Roman's historic match against the Bloodline. Michin and Chelsea Green in a dumpster match. And then we got the Bloodline DIY and Street Profit for the tag team titles in that ladder match. AJ Styles returned. Feeling Claritin Clear. Hold on, there's a commercial on the way. Alright, hold on. What the hell? That's weird.
I really enjoyed tonight's episode of SmackDown. And both women's matches were good.
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay, I don't know why I can't watch that.
They look like they've been chipped to gem. I didn't think so. It was definitely something they're not movie. I thought it was cinematic. I thought it was outside of somewhere.
The SmackDown review, Bad Blood preview, Braun Strowman injury. They said Braun Strowman got injured on that why in that match with Bronson Reed. They're reportedly bringing in multiple legends for Bad Blood festivals. Bad date detail on the upcoming match between Gunther and Sami Zayn. Braun Strowman reportedly injured during his match last Monster standing match on Monday Night Raw with Bronson Reed. We had the Bad Blood 2024 match only reportedly revealed. Alright, now let's see what Rock bring at Bad Blood. It looks like they're setting up.
Hey, LA Knight, he was all over the map. It was scary. So anyway, he said, yeah.
Alright.
On the baby.
Now let's see what Solomon has to say. Oh, those are zombies, right?
Tonight we start with a bomb.
By the power of Valhalla, it's vintage coal.
It looks like it's
Two
a show
bombs. It's two bombs, actually.
over.
That we are starting with here tonight. Actually, to be fair, there were a couple of big ones that came in even before I went live, which we will certainly be getting into. But my goodness, the love is strong here at the very beginning of tonight's review. We are talking about SmackDown tonight, but before we get into SmackDown, I must acknowledge that David Fearing dropped a $300 super chat bomb on me just now. That opened the stream before I barely even said a word. And David is here to say that he wants to start Solo's birthday weekend with a bang. Well, you weren't kidding. We are indeed starting this birthday weekend with a bang. That is for damn sure. And he says, hope you're well, brother. Happy early birthday. I am doing all right. Good luck to the Mets tomorrow. Says, fact, the last 9 teams that have beaten the Brewers in the playoffs have at least made the World Series. Hopefully the Mets are number 10. Do it for Christmas. Hey, I'm hoping the same thing. I'm actually kind of bummed because we have Bad Blood tomorrow night. And so I'm going to be occupied with that. I'm not even going to get to see the entire game. But such is life. That's going to be the case really all of this week. I feel like I'm streaming pretty much almost every single friggin' night. But anyway, David, holy shit. Thank you, man. Getting us started. You and everybody else getting us started hot. Fire Panda, thank you, my God. This is the final SmackDown tonight before Bad Blood in Atlanta tomorrow. Got me here. I gotta get my bearings here. I gotta get myself back together. So we can get on here with the show. But yes, this was the final SmackDown, final WWE show before Bad Blood. No Cody Rhodes, no Roman Reigns, no Randy Orton, no Kevin Owens. So they were without their big guns tonight. And I will say that for a show where all of the heavy hitters were missing and all that star power was lacking here on the show, I thought this actually was one of the more enjoyable SmackDowns in a while. I really do. It was by no means a great show overall. It's not great the way that Raw has been great on some weeks. But I enjoyed this show more than I have a lot of episodes of SmackDown over the last couple of months. We had the return of AJ Styles until they did an injury angle with him midway into his match tonight with Carmelo Hayes, which made for a very abrupt, very awkward ending to the match. Not sure where they're going with that, but AJ's return was tarnished. At first, I thought maybe possibly it was a legitimate injury, but I'm pretty sure it's not. We had our first dumpster match since 2017. Can you believe it's been that long? There's a reason why we don't get dumpster matches that often. Many of them can be dumpster fires. Tonight was not one of those times. And we had the first ladder match on SmackDown in 5 years for the Tag Team Championship. I believe that meant the first tag team title ladder match, because I'm almost positive we had at least one ladder match on SmackDown in the last 5 years. But that's what they said on the show, and the tag team titles were on the line. Bloodline defending against DIY and the Street Profits. They wanted you to believe. They wanted you to believe that maybe, just maybe, tonight was the night that the Bloodline gets their comeuppance and they lose the tag team titles. And that's what they had me thinking. I thought that there was a chance at least here, 24 hours before Bad Blood, maybe we'd get a Cody and Roman appearance. Maybe we'd get a run-in from KO and Randy Orton, who have been constantly screwed over by the Bloodline week after week after week. And maybe they would give them a little taste of their own medicine. And they would do it, put some heat on the baby faces, which is why I thought maybe Cody and Roman would get involved, heading into Bad Blood. We're going to cost you guys the tag team titles. And yeah, it might be a cheap win if they have to help the Street Profits or help DIY win the titles. But because of that, I thought that there was a real possibility, not so much DIY, because they've had the titles recently, but I really thought there was a chance the Street Profits might finally pull it off tonight. And it would have been the right time for it if you think about it, because the Bloodline could lose, given the stipulation, without having to be pinned. You don't have to worry about the Bloodline being pinned. That's important. They could lose without taking the losing fall. And so I thought there was a chance, and then they won. They won because, of course, they did. But I really thought the Profits might get it tonight because they've lost enough. And how many times in the last several weeks have either Angelo Dawkins in a promo or the announcers on commentary, like tonight, made mention of the fact that, it's been years since the Street Profits have been champions. They have not held gold here in WWE since 2021. They're due. They're overdue to be the champions. They keep talking about this. And you would think that it was leading to them actually winning the titles, but so far, no. They just keep losing. Every time they're in the ring, every time they have an opportunity, they constantly fall short.
I mean, listen.
And I'm not even sure where you go now. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know where you go now with the Street Profits. I'm less worried about DIY because, again, they had the titles recently, and I didn't expect them to win them tonight. But the Profits just, I look at them, and they're a good team. And the people like them when they're out there. And Montez Ford, when he gets going, you saw it again tonight in this main event. You know, he gets all fired up. He gets the crowd all fired up. Got that great babyface fire. Very good at that. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, all this losing, what is it leading to? I don't know. I'm really not sure. What I do know, though, is that as far as ladder matches go, they didn't do anything too crazy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I thought it was a wild close to the show, those last few minutes of the match. And shout out to Michael Cole, too, because I actually thought Cole did a really good job in those final few minutes of that ladder match. We're going to talk about this entire show. This is your Friday Night Smack. But leave your question with it as well, or don't. But I will be reading your messages, including all the big bombs. And that is when you can find me live here on the channel. It's under my Vince McMahon. If Hayes really was hit.
All right, let's see what JD had to say.
And it is the Bad Blood Go Home show tonight. And there are rumblings. There are rumors. There are whispers.
Hold on. Oh. Never mind.
Coming soon, it was Detroit themed, and it was a Ford vehicle. Obviously, Ford synonymous with Detroit Motor City, and the Motor City Machine Guns look to be heading to Friday Night SmackDown. Whether or not they are going to be aligned with anybody coming on in, that remains to be seen. But having them on SmackDown and putting them in the tag team division instantly gives so much more credibility to what WWE is doing with tag team wrestling, and instant credibility to Friday night's tag team division. So I'm very happy that they are making the jump to the main roster. There was rumors and speculation that they have requested a move to NXT first and then potentially to the main roster. Maybe cooler heads prevailed. Maybe management convinced them, hey, you guys are too good to be working down there. We need you up here. And you're more than ready for what we got going on up here. It would be less than for both of you guys to go down there. So I'm glad that potentially they've come to that decision. But we will talk about all this a little bit more in depth as we get into the Friday Night SmackDown post-show and break this thing down. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this Friday night.
Now it's over. Wait for the game.
Not really feeling myself tonight, so I'm going to try and get you guys in and out of here in a swift fashion. Did not have a good day. My mind is all over the place. I think I'm overworked. I think this week, preparing and talking a lot about pro wrestling, I feel like I'm behind, man. I feel like I'm behind on what I got to do with.
Well, that's weird. Hold on.
There are whispers that The Rock is in Georgia ahead of WWE Bad Blood tomorrow. I don't know what that means. I don't know what his business is in Georgia. I don't know if he will really be at Bad Blood, but if I was a betting man, I would say that the reason why WWE went with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu tomorrow night is because we're getting The Rock. The final boss, I believe, is back. At least for now, before WrestleMania, back in WWE tomorrow. And things will really start to pick up, if that is the case. SmackDown tonight, though, outside of all the whispers with The Rock, I thought it was a good show tonight. I thought it was very entertaining. SmackDown, though, is very, very safe.
So whenever The Rock comes
It is
back,
very
The Rock gotta go away
formulaic,
from
as you
WWE.
guys know. It is not,
So whenever The Rock comes back,
even at
you
2
know it's
hours,
gonna
it is
be
not the
Cody Rhodes.
easiest 2 hours to watch.
So anyway,
It is
Cody Rhodes.
a show that is stuck in its own ways, and it doesn't know how to get out. I don't know what the show needs. A little extra dose of excitement, a little extra dose of unpredictability and chaos. That's why I feel like we enjoy Monday Night Raw a little bit more than everything else that's going on right now in the world of pro wrestling. It's a very unpredictable watch. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to destroy what. You don't know where the chaos is coming from. I feel like that's why we have really started to enjoy, more so than any other time in the last 3 years, Monday Night Raw. There's just a different sense of unpredictability, a little different sense of chaos on Monday night. I think that's what Friday night needs. Don't know how we get there, but tonight, though, going into Saturday's Bad Blood, which is a 6 p.m. start time. 6 p.m. start time because UFC 307 is starting at 9 p.m. So WWE wants to be off the air by then. But going into Bad Blood tomorrow, I thought tonight's SmackDown was a good show. We had that 3-way ladder match. It was DIY, Bad Blood, Bloodline, DIY, Bloodline, and the Street Profits in a triple threat ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I thought that was a very good match. I thought it was very over the top. I thought it was chaotic. They went out there and tried to deliver a banger, and they very well did. They did. And the Bloodline retained the Tag Team Championships. They are walking into Bad Blood tomorrow. The Bloodline is. Lots of blood. There will be blood in the Hell in the Cell. There's Bad Blood. There's the Bloodline. They will be walking into Bad Blood with the WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, I actually thought that we were going to get a new member tonight. I thought either that or Jimmy Uso was going to return tonight, but we didn't get any surprises. We didn't get any hijinks. We just got 3 teams out there killing each other for the Tag Team Championships, and they delivered a very good match in the main event tonight. AJ Styles, he's back. And I think everybody is happy about AJ being back. AJ is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Him missing from everything that's going on in WWE right now is very noticeable. How can someone that good and that talented at what he does just be off television? I don't know what the reason was. He might have requested time off. He wanted time with his family, potentially. We don't really know, but he's back. He was healthy coming into tonight's show. He was just waiting clearance on Create. They didn't really know what to do with him, and he was waiting for the company to give him some solid creative so that he could return to television. The fucked up thing is, he came back to television healthy, and I don't really know if he left tonight's SmackDown the same way he walked in. I don't know whether they did an angle tonight or they really called the match because AJ was legitimately injured tonight. Played it up with the ankle injury, stopped the match tonight that he had with Carmelo Hayes, who came out and challenged him. because that's what Carmelo Hayes does. He's cocky, he's brash, he wants the U.S. title, he wants to prove himself to everybody. He is him. I don't know whether it was a work or a shoot. They got me. I want to say it's a work, but the way that they stopped the match out of nowhere, I am to believe that AJ might have legitimately gotten hurt tonight. I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out some news. Maybe we'll have some news on this as we are live tonight. I have no idea, but that was very uncomfortable to watch, and that was actually quite sad to watch because I think everybody's been awaiting AJ Styles' return to WWE. The ladies. We had two very good ladies matches tonight. That is a rarity on Friday Night SmackDown. Usually we don't get any good ladies matches on Friday Night SmackDown. Tonight we got two of them. One being a dumpster match between Chelsea Green and Mia Yim, a.k.a. Michin. I thought they did very well for the situation that they were put in. This was the first dumpster match for the ladies ever. This is the second dumpster match, I believe. It might have been 3 dumpster matches. I'm not sure. I think it's 3 dumpster matches in the history of WWE. I think they had one back at WrestleMania 14, one in 2000, and then one in 2017. And then this would be the 4th. First one for the ladies. But I thought they killed it. I thought that going to happen tomorrow night at Bad Blood. I think Tiffany Stratton is walking out of Atlanta with the Women's Championship. I think she cashes in on Nia, and she walks out as the new WWE Women's Champion. I think it's time. You know, you don't want her carrying around that briefcase too long. This is the storyline that they've come up with for Tiffany Stratton while she's holding that briefcase. Obviously, Bayley, going back to Bayley to win the championship is not the right move. She didn't do anything with the championship in her first go-around when she won it at WrestleMania. And she wouldn't do a single thing with that now if you gave it right back to her. Nia, there's not much that you could do with her. But Tiffany Stratton, I think she's more than ready to carry the championship and lead that division. And she had a very good match with Naomi tonight, in which she lost. So, all the more reason to think that Tiffany Stratton will be cashing in that briefcase tomorrow night in Atlanta at Bad Blood. And then, yes, the Motor City Machine Guns. The rumors, the speculation, the whispers about them going to NXT seemingly are
Well, that thing is very dangerous.
Those
Well,
are not
you can't take
that's not the news. That's not
if
the
you
way
take
that it's
that
going
moment for
down.
a
That's not
time,
the
yeah,
plan.
you're dead.
Looks
For
like
lack of
Motor City
killing you.
Machine Guns are going to
Because
the
of
main
the
roster.
chemicals.
As
Those are
they
chemicals.
very, very
Not even
sneakily
drugs. Most
tried to
drugs
get one
have
over on
chemicals.
us
You're not
tonight
even
with the
you-
bright lights and the quick flashing
one of the months.
scenes. You know, social media and the sleuths on social media, they dissected that pretty quickly. So the Motor City Machine Guns, they played a vignette tonight about coming soon. It was Detroit themed, and it was a Ford
If you take that
vehicle,
you take
obviously
that
Ford,
time.
synonymous with Detroit Motor City,
You're dead.
and the Motor City Machine Guns look to be heading to
Well, you
Friday
can't
Night
live with
SmackDown. Whether or not
She
they
would have done.
are going to
You
be
take
aligned
that.
with anybody
You-
coming on in, that remains to be seen. But having them on SmackDown and putting them in the tag team
Put the
division
sugar in.
instantly gives so much more credibility to what WWE is doing with tag team wrestling and instant credibility to Friday night's tag team
Look
division.
at that.
So I'm very happy that they are making the jump to the main roster. There was rumors and speculation that they have requested a move to NXT first and then potentially to the main roster. Maybe cooler heads prevailed. Maybe management convinced them, hey, down post show and break this thing down. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this Friday night. Not really feeling myself tonight. No.
Not exactly. Where my kids at? You want to call the gas? Yeah. Those are my kids. You can tell them where they are. Oh wait,
Liv
hold.
Morgan and
Wait, hold on.
Ripley, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, Nia Jax and Bayley. Shaping up to be a great show. Punk and Drew McIntyre. It all ends tomorrow. Or hopefully get some rest tonight. It's gonna be a banger show tomorrow. 5 matches is all that they're giving us. But the top 2 matches, man, you couldn't ask for anything better. Hell in the Cell between CM Punk and teaming up against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. June, and he is back. They cut to a wide shot. It's obviously showing off how WWE sells out almost everywhere they go. He gets a United States Championship match. No. Now that's reserved for Andrade. If you beat Andrade, then you get a United States Championship match. That's the way it should go. Because in my eyes, from my point of view, it diminishes what he's done with Andrade. That's the whole reason for why they're doing the best of 7. It has nothing to do with AJ Styles. There's just a little bit of a takeaway from yours truly on that.
All right. Hold on. Wait, and that's over?
And what is going on here?
All right. 19 minutes. All right, hold on. Now let me show you what happened tonight on SmackDown. Hold on. Alright, so yeah, as you guys know, this Saturday, Bad Blood, they're at the Hell in a Cell. The countdown at 5 o'clock. Here's the Bad Blood cold open feed. Triple H, Cody Rhodes, and Metro. Wait, is that Metro Man? Let me check for a minute. Oh, it said Metro Boomin. They're in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm pretty sure Cody Rhodes' family gonna be there, right? One how they gonna be at? They teamed up with Roman Reigns. You know, since they're in Atlanta, Georgia, you know Cody's family had to be there. I'm sure Cody's mom's gonna be in attendance. If we see The Rock, we could see him interact with Mama Rose or something. We and Damian trained together, preparing for the match. The Terror Twins. Liv and Dominus sit down for an executive interview. Most hated in WWE. There's Monday Night Raw. Here's SmackDown. SmackDown was pretty decent. Wasn't that much on the show. Oh wait, that was 5 days ago. We did not see Roman Reigns. We didn't see Cody Rhodes. We did not see Randy Orton or Kevin Owens. We didn't see Austin Theory or Grayson Waller. SmackDown felt kind of worse. LA Knight teased a title match for Carmelo Hayes if he could beat AJ Styles. He won a fuck finish. AJ Styles sold an injury. It looked legit, but I'm pretty sure it's also a story, so they can want it back. I think Carmelo Hayes and AJ Styles might be feuding next. I'm sure. I don't know what can happen with Andrade if he can wrestle Carmelo Hayes or not. Shouldn't Andrade graduate LA Knight? Hopefully he does. Maybe he could win a title. Not sure. But LA Knight hit the BFT on Carmelo Hayes following Styles' injury. We did get Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes reducing joint force against the Bloodline. We had a pretty good match with Michin and Chelsea Green. Michin wins. She leaves Chelsea Green a mess and dumps the mess. Naomi scored huge victory over Tiffany Stratton. And then we got a brawl after that. Naomi Bailey comes out. Naomi drilled Nia Jax with money in briefcase. Clearly, they're setting up something. We may get a casting with Tiffany Stratton. I think we will. I think it might be too soon, maybe too early, but I have a feeling we will. Why else is Nia Jax on the card? Or we could get a Fox finish, which could lead to maybe Nia turn on Tiffany or something like that. The main event, the Bloodline reigns supreme in the title line match. The match for 20 minutes, 19 minutes, close to 20 minutes. It was a very good match. Bianca Belair and Jay Carter will host the pay-per-view tomorrow night. So it should be very interesting. So here's the countdown at 5 o'clock. So it's going to be like a 1 hour pre-show. So it's going to start at 6 o'clock. It's not going to... I don't think the pre-show is going to be 2 hours. SummerSlam it was 2 hours. No, it was 3 hours, but this is a D-level pay-per-view. It's a filler pay-per-view. It's not going to be 2 hours. It's going to be 1 hour. So it starts at 5. So the countdown is going to be at 5. It will start at 6. So the pay-per-view is going to end at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. It's going to end at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And then the press conference will be at 9:15. So it's gonna start. The main show gonna start at 6 o'clock. It will end at 9 o'clock. The pre-show gonna be at 9:15. It could end at 8:30, depending how short it is. Like I said, there's only 5 matches on the card. Now, in case you guys are wondering, I did watch NXT on Tuesday. Here's the full recap. NXT made a debut on CW. I think the biggest moment was Ethan Page and Trick Williams for the NXT title. CM Punk was the special referee. Trick Williams won the title. What's that trick? He's now a 2-time NXT champion. He's actually a much better champion. He's way over with the crowd. He's phenomenal. Ethan Page to me, I thought he time away was boring. He was kind of a boring champion. Trick Williams more entertaining and more interesting. We could be setting up Trick Williams and Wes Lee hopefully down the line. Hopefully Wes Lee gets it going. It said Jetta Parker wants out on low advice against Fatal Influence. Bianca Belair and Jay Carter show up in NXT to cross Fatal Influence. Obi and Tony nearly come to blow on mid-TV. Wesley beat down Zack in a street fight. Cora Jade returned to help Roxanne Perez beat Gila. Shawn Michaels and Triple H reveal new NXT titles. So they changed the design for the women and for the men. I thought they look great. NXT brand new intro. Featuring 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne. We know the Saturday Night main event on December 14th in Long Island, New York. So this was back in the day, back in like the 90s, when they had Saturday Night main event. And just look how old it was. That all? Nia Jax versus Bailey. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Damian Priest and Finn Balor. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline. Those are your 5 matches. Okay. Now they do have AEW Rampage, but I don't really watch it. I don't really watch Rampage like that. Miss Eve Monet and the right hand woman. Queen of the Ring. Alex, she's also gonna be doing a watch along. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Chloe. Life for 3 double exposure. Alright. See what else I can look at. We do have Wrestle Dream coming up. They go with the predictions. Like that on the 12th. AEW Wrestle Dream. Ricochet, Brian Danielson, Moxley. Now, I want to see if I can do my preview and predictions. Here we go. I'm getting my work commentary. This is Ring of Honor. The Ring of Honor title on the line. Mark returns. Oh wait, hold on. Until Dawn remake. Here's the full recap of SmackDown.
Now, AJ, let me not come out here and pretend like you and I
Alright. I'll get back to JD from New York in just a little bit. I actually want to talk about, show you someone else's preview and prediction for the pay-per-view. I think I'll show Solomon off this.
Per PW Insider, one of the major discussions backstage at Raw this week circled around what will be closing the Bad Blood pay-per-view. Mike Johnson says that we are told the initial plan as of months ago was to build the pay-per-view around the idea of the anniversary of the first ever Hell in a Cell in 1997, since the event this year lands on the exact same date. That would have meant CM Punk against Drew McIntyre should have closed the show. There has been a push in certain circles of the company that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns teaming for the first time ever and in a city that has significant historical significance to each, that being Atlanta, should headline the show against the Bloodline. We are told the final decision has not yet been made. All I'm going to say is this. Like, to me, I don't care either way, but you've got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre going on television now, both men promising to make the other bleed inside the cell. I still think you close with that unless they have some kind of big angle planned for the other match. If there is some sort of major angle or introduction of new talent or a heel turn or something, then totally understandably you would want to go off the air with that as your big cliffhanger. But otherwise, I still feel the same way that I felt weeks ago, which is that Punk and McIntyre should be closing the show. And on that note, because Bad Blood is next Saturday, I'm going to run through the card right now and give you my predictions. I think the card is pretty much set. They have got their 5 matches here. Could always add a 6th one this week. Not sure what that would be, but let's run through this here. We have Nia Jax and Bayley. The WWE Women's Championship is now set. Bayley beat Naomi on SmackDown Friday night to become the #1 contender and get her rematch. You know, there's going to be a match probably on SmackDown this coming Friday between Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. They have a little backstage segment. I've been going back and forth between whether or not Tiffany cashes in here. If she does, she's going to win the title. But I think what I see is Nia Jax win. I mean, Bayley is not going to win the title, but I see a Nia Jax win where Tiffany comes out, maybe tries to get involved, and Naomi comes out to try to counteract her. But I think Naomi may end up inadvertently costing Bayley the match because there's been some real undertones between them that make me think that Naomi may be going heels. And if that's the case, I don't think it's an outright heel turn, but I do think that her coming out thinking that she's helping, and in the end, she actually hurts Bayley unintentionally and leads to her loss. That seems more realistic. So I'm going to go with that as the setup for a Nia Jax win. And they hold off a little longer on Tiffany cashing in, hopefully not that much longer. The other women's championship match
has Liv Morgan defending against Rhea Ripley. Stipulation: Dirty Dom is suspended above the ring in a shark cage. Brother is having flashbacks, being behind bars. This almost seems too obvious to me. It just makes me want to pick Liv Morgan. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to go with Liv Morgan to retain. Because I think that they want you to think that Dominic has been neutralized. And so now Liv Morgan is all by herself. She's got nobody to help her. And I had talked about a potential idea heading into SummerSlam. It didn't pan out this way. But I still think that there's a good chance of this. And there was a report not that many weeks ago that Raquel Rodriguez is being discussed internally as far as a potential return, what they could do with her. The idea that with Dominic up in the cage, Rhea's got this woman dead to rights, and you have Raquel come back, because Raquel is somebody who has history with both Liv and with Rhea. Her and Rhea used to be thick as thieves. They used to be best friends in NXT, and turned enemies. With Liv, Raquel and Liv were former tag team champions, so there's history there. The idea that Raquel comes back in this spot helps Liv retain the title and now serves to Liv as what Camille is right now to Mercedes, for example, in AEW. I can see that working. And what it also does is it gives Rhea a challenger in the meantime to have to go through before she gets Liv back again. And the next time you run back Liv and Rhea, and you don't have to wait, until next year to do it. You can do it at Crown Jewel. You can do it at Saturday night's main event. But I think there's more juice left to this thing, even if it's only a couple more months. So why not? I mean, what's the harm? And I posed this question on, I think, my Raw review on Monday night. What the hell are they going to do with Rhea Ripley? If they just put the title on her and they kill this feud dead, if you keep the title on Liv, you kind of have the same problem, because other than Rhea, there's no obvious, feud for her right now. But if they keep the title on her, then they're building to one more match with Rhea. That's the whole point. You're adding a new dimension to it with Raquel, which makes it a little bit different. And then ultimately Rhea beats her and gets the belt. So I don't really see any good challenger for Rhea if they put the title on her now. I kind of feel like it would be this dead zone until we get into WrestleMania season. So I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. I like the Raquel idea. And frankly, even if Raquel is not going to show up and be a part of this, I just feel like, Dom's going to slip something down to her. There's going to be something going on here. It's going to lead to another Liv win. And then their third meeting is where Rhea, fair and square, will ultimately get the championship. And I don't see the harm in that. You drag it out a little bit longer. It's the biggest women's feud they have going right now. So why not? Damian Priest against Finn Balor. This is the first meeting between these two since Balor turned on Priest. A lot of history here, going back a couple of years, all that time in the Judgment Day. It's only the first meeting. I think Finn Balor should win this match. I think he will win this match. I'm going with him. And then we have really the two main events. We'll talk Hell in a Cell, I guess. Again, I'm hoping this closes the show, but whether it opens or it closes. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, it will be the close of their feud. McIntyre won the first one at SummerSlam. Punk came back and won the strap match at Bash in Berlin. So this is the rubber match here. This should close out this feud once and for all. They're inside the cell. It's a blood feud in that they have both promised blood in this match. So that makes things a little more interesting. And look, I'm not ruling out a Drew McIntyre win. It's possible he could go over here at the end. It would surprise me, though. I still feel like CM Punk, ultimately, the plan all along was probably for him to go over and get the win in this feud. If that happens, Drew McIntyre, I don't know where he goes from here on Raw, because I don't know that you can keep him and Punk in the same building every week. It's almost like one of those feuds where, this roster isn't big enough for the both of us. And I talked about this on Friday in my SmackDown review. AJ Styles is coming back to SmackDown on Friday night. What is he going to do? Is he going to be a heel? Is he going to be a babyface? We don't know yet. They can certainly use some top heels on SmackDown. The problem is he's already worked the program with Cody Rhodes, and he's already worked with LA Knight. And they're the two top babyface champions on SmackDown. He doesn't seem like the best fit right now to be a heel at the top of the SmackDown roster. In McIntyre and AJ, I see two big names that they could easily flip in a trade between the two GMs.
Exactly.
Where SmackDown gets
AJ Styles
McIntyre
can
and
wrestle
Styles
CM
goes
Punk.
to
He
Raw.
can feud with Gunther. He can
Yeah,
wrestle
maybe
CM
it's a
Punk.
babyface.
Those are
Maybe
matches that we haven't
build to
seen.
a
He can be in the
title
ring
match
with
with AJ
Bone
and
Breaker.
Gunther. I think that would be fun.
Because
I think
we already
McIntyre
seen
loses
AJ
here
Styles and
and
CM
Punk
Punk.
gets
I mean, we already seen
In palliative
because we
care,
already
we
seen
treat
AJ
pain,
Styles
both
and Cody
mental and
Rhodes. We saw
physical.
AJ Styles
We
and
have good
Knight
options
earlier
for
in the year.
physical
So I
pain,
had
but
these
mental
from
distress is
agreed him
hard
to
to.
McIntyre.
I'm a mom.
McIntyre
and
SmackDown because I cannot see McIntyre and Punk on the same show. Not doing anything.
And then Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. I guess it's kind of like their modern day mega power. Two biggest stars, two biggest baby faces in the entire company. Team up for the first time. Take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. What a spot for Jacob Fatu to be in. It's hard for me to imagine, barring some major angle, major turn, involving Kevin Owens or Randy Orton or something like that. It's hard for me to imagine Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the two biggest stars of the company, going in there and losing. We already saw Cody in a tag team match at Money in the Bank, right? It was a 6-man, losing to Solo Sikoa. So now here we are, all these months later, we're going into Bad Blood. Cody and Roman on the same side. Roman's first match since losing at WrestleMania. I don't see Roman Reigns losing in his first match back, and I don't see Cody Rhodes as the WWE champion taking the loss either. At least when Cody Rhodes got pinned by Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank, it made sense because Solo was getting the title match at SummerSlam. I don't want to see Solo Sikoa get another title match. He's already had two. Do you really think they're going to have Jacob Fatu pin Cody Rhodes? Because if he does, then Jacob should be next in line for a title match. And that just feels like it's too soon to go there. Cody and Roman is a predictable play, but I think it's probably the correct one. I think that's what we're going to get. Again, whether or not they close the show or not, I think they just depend on whether or not there's a big angle for them to shoot. But I'm going with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for the win. And then after that, we'll get a better sense of what the hell War Games is going to look like. You know, are they going to try to go to Bloodline against Bloodline? I mean, right now there's only one Bloodline. They've got a lot of work to do if they want to squeeze that in there. Or do they go with a match like Roman, Cody, Randy, and KO against the Bloodline? To me, at this moment, that's the match that makes more sense. But I'm also recording this here on September 29th, and War Games is 2 months away. A lot can happen in 2 months. We shall see. But the card looks good, and I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be next Saturday. And just keep in mind, early start time because they're trying to wrap up for the UFC pay-per-view that night. So that's why it is a 6 p.m. Eastern start time, a little bit different than usual. And as soon as the show is over, you can catch the live review on YouTube, as always.
All right. There's a lot of pre-written participants here. The 5th anniversary of AEW. New TV deal entity on CW. We know that Rez and Phil are going to do on their channel. AEW Warner Bros. Discovery TV deal.
On the lower, rather, through the table on the floor. So that was a hell of a bump. So now they're both splattered on the ground. Gargano and Ciampa, they then clear off the announce desk. And Angelo Dawkins is there. And they all work together to hoist up Tama Tonga for a Bloodline-esque triple power bomb through the announce desk. And they put him right through the desk. Now, those were two high impact spots that you would think.
Each week, I'm kicking it with. For the triple threat ladder match with DIY and the Street Profits for the tag team titles. Tiffany Stratton was walking backstage. Nia Jax showed up. Jax brought up Stratton, teasing a cash in of her briefcase and suggested Stratton cash in on Liv Morgan. That bad. Looks like there's nobody here.
There's cameras everywhere. See me when I get out.
Alright, hold on.
Cameras everything, you know.
Terrible.
Yo, that. Again,
This is you faking?
really? He was going to do that. Shit, that church.
Yeah.
I found it.
That's a fact. It's yours.
Everything you do is to protect yourself because God forbid the world find out you're a fucking rug. I don't care about the world talking about. I care about you.
Damn. That's the one
I
time.
care about you.
Okay. That's the one time I'm gonna get off the bed, but still, we don't both know like that.
It was necessary for Dad to die because of your business. Yes. Your father died because he got him on.
Oh. That's what I wanted right there. That's what I wanted, bro. And it feels sad that way. Yeah. I had a feeling she was gonna say something like, your father got in my way, so I had to, you know what I'm saying? I knew she was gonna say something like that. I'm glad she said it. I'd say this though. If they do a lot of this spin-off, I don't want to see no Noma spin-off, bro. I don't want that shit.
Believe me, whether you like it or not, I'll drag you up by the fucking ankles if I have to.
Hey. They should let it go.
I think the business. You get us the records of the crime scene.
Fucking
Let's talk about it.
Now that we got everything we need to destroy your ass, the second we send this to the shop tape, you're done.
Get you out of here.
Well, first you have to get into safety.
I'm not leaving without her.
You're not staying here either.
Watching.
But it's the one time we done.
Hold on. I'm looking at the reactions to power.
Nothing left to break. Shut up, boss. Shit. No matter how you look at it, you walk away from this. The task force is fucking done. You can't even do more.
Another offer, bro. This cute.
These are reactions to power. That's I'm showing y'all. Just watching someone react to Power 2 Ghosts. In the final episode.
Because this looks a lot like that.
Really?
You better take your own lead home. This all goes away.
For what? For what? Just kill this nigga. Making deals and offers and shit for what?
Put the cops on me, girl, myself.
Yeah, they played them.
Okay, we'll deal with that when it comes to that. Right? Oh, I don't know, yeah.
Definitely over.
Bro, yeah, it hurts to go to work, so I don't know why.
Unfortunately, it's definitely over.
Bro, oh my god, bro. Crazy part is he doesn't have the Zion video no more. That's gone. You kill this nigga like this. Yeah, that's sick.
Fucking down the hall. Who the fuck you think you are? All of you. Fucking
They said cowards not doing this. Bro, shoot her, bro. Shoot her. Bro, kill her, bro. Why the fuck is Block here?
No one wants the real target of your investigation.
Oh my gosh, this bitch.
Your men are only trying to defend themselves from Noma. They feared for their lives.
Bullshit. Bro, first of all, you've been going the whole season. You have no right to be coming in and talking no type of shit. First of all, like, you've been going the entire season. Shut the fuck up. Like, please, shut the fuck up.
Withdraw your complaints to the bar. I want my fucking license.
Come on now. Talk that shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Alright, now let's go back to the reviews here. I think it's almost done. So I think I will end this video in like a few minutes. Hold on, there's the commercial.
Why is AJ stuck? Hold my breath every single time.
So the fact that they did not go balls out with some of the craziest, most dangerous shit, I don't see that as being a bad thing. There was just enough action, though, I think, to keep it interesting. The key, though, was really those last couple of minutes. I thought that was the best part of the entire match, save for Tom and Tongaloa recovering from those two bumps within, I mean, literally within 2 or 3 minutes. I thought that was ridiculous. I really did. I thought that was ridiculous, especially the Tama Tonga. Because how many times have we seen the Bloodline do that to other people? And it's usually an injury angle. And they're out for, a limited period of time. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. I mean, he's not a wrestler, so whatever. They put Paul Heyman through the table. We haven't seen him since. But we saw it with Orton. We saw it with KO. And we may not see them for weeks. Tama Tonga gets put through an announce table here with a triple power bomb, and he's back up to his feet 2.5 minutes later. So I thought that was a little ridiculous. But the Bloodline stands tall now, heading into Bad Blood tomorrow night. They still have the gold. Again, no Cody, no Roman. We got some video packages to hype things up for tomorrow. But I think that given so many of the big names were not there tonight, what we did end up with, I thought was actually pretty entertaining. And again, I don't know if I'm the minority on that, but I actually enjoyed this SmackDown more than I have most of the SmackDowns in recent weeks. Especially for a go-home show where you just don't expect anything to happen. I thought maybe there would be a title change. Again, provided that somebody interfered to try to screw over the Bloodline. They weren't going to lose clean. So I thought maybe there was a chance of that, but it's still, it's a go-home show. It's all going to be geared towards Bad Blood. You can't go into the go-home shows expecting something big is going to happen. They almost feel like throwaway shows. They really do. And most of the time, in all honesty, they usually are. But in this case, I thought it was a pretty entertaining show overall. Not the best show all week, but it was 0.7% thumbs up and 18% thumbs down. Wow. At Solomonster on X. You guys can go vote. Rep.
So we got the Motor City Machine Guns. We got DIY. We got the Street Profits. We got the Bloodline. We got Legado del Fantasma. It's 5 teams right there. We got Corbin and Cruz if you want to get them back together. I don't know. They just disappeared out of nowhere after getting a couple of wins on Friday night. 6 teams. WWE could have a solid tag team division on Friday nights. To me, you need a little bit more than just 6 teams. That's just me. But them being added to the main roster instantly boosts the credibility of the tag team division. And I honestly do believe the reports that they were going to the main, that they were going to NXT. They were not going to the main roster immediately. WWE believed that the Lucha Brothers were going to the main roster. They believed that they had Penta in the bag and that they had Phoenix in the bag and that they would probably be creating vignettes coming soon, the Lucha Brothers, to WWE TV. They wanted to go to the main roster. WWE had plans out for them, merchandise planned, ready to go. They were ready to go with the Lucha Brothers. And Tony Khan ended up being a petty bitch. He added 1 year worth of injury time to Ray Phoenix so that he doesn't go to WWE with his brother. His brother will probably be there well before he does. And I do believe that WWE expected the Lucha Brothers to come in. The Motor City Machine Guns were going to go down to NXT. They were going to go to the main roster, the Lucha Brothers. And now that they're not, WWE is fast-tracking the Motor City Machine Guns to the main roster because they are not getting the Lucha Brothers. Who knows when they are going to get the Lucha Brothers? So I do think that the Lucha Brothers not coming in played a huge factor in WWE making the decision to get the Motor City Machine Guns off of NXT like originally planned and onto the main roster. You guys may see it differently, but that's what I see there. And either way, it works out. Either way, it's going to work out. Quickly, Bad Blood tomorrow. There is a major rumor that WWE could be unveiling The Rock once again at Bad Blood. Big name is in Georgia ahead of Bad Blood. Pat McAfee yesterday told Cody Rhodes, I quote, heard the big guy is coming back this week. Cody Rhodes said, which one? Pat McAfee said, ha ha ha, you told me enough. Is The Rock returning at Bad Blood? The Rock posted a big picture on Instagram. If you guys go to his Instagram page, he mentioned on his Instagram that he was in Georgia to see the Alapatchee High School Wildcats play football Friday night. This is the first home game they will play since the tragic mass shooting at the school. With Bad Blood being in Atlanta on Saturday, WWE teasing earlier this year of a future Rock vs. Rhodes match. Those involved in bloodline-related tag team match, obviously with Roman, Cody, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa, we may be getting a Rock appearance at Bad Blood tomorrow. Cody did say that something will happen at Bad Blood tomorrow. A video package, a vignette will air that will have major title match implications. Major title match implications going into Crown Jewel. Now that's got everybody really, really intrigued. I think The Rock is there tomorrow.
Yeah, me
I think
too.
the reason why they put this match in the main event is because The Rock is going to be there. Otherwise, I think we would be celebrating the anniversary and the return of Bad Blood and Hell in a Cell from 1997 in St. Louis. First time ever that we saw the structure. Bad Blood. Celebrating that anniversary tomorrow. I do think that we were planned to get Punk and McIntyre in the main event. But now, Rock said, no. Now I'm going to be there. We are the main event. The Bloodline is in the main event. So I do think that's happening tomorrow night. Like I said, it's going to be an all-timer. It's going to be an all-timer show. I'm very excited. I will be live tomorrow. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to share it with you guys right here on the podcast. It's going to be a great night. Quickly, my predictions. I'm going Solo and Jacob Fatu with the win tomorrow. I think Cody Rhodes gets the pin. He gets pinned. I don't know who pins Cody, but I do think that Cody takes the pinfall. I do think we will get The Rock. CM Punk is going to defeat Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. I think CM Punk will go on to challenge Gunther at the Survivor Series for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, well, I'll leave it.
I'm predicting Liv Morgan to retain her women's championship, and the story will continue. Two things might happen here. One, Dominic may end up cheating to win even in the shark cage. He may throw down a foreign object, because we've seen that before. We may get the return of Raquel Rodriguez, who aligns herself with Liv Morgan, because Liv Morgan said on Monday, I am smarter than Rhea Ripley. Might not be bigger, might not be stronger, but I am smarter than Rhea Ripley. Raquel Rodriguez has history with Liv Morgan. They are former women's tag team champions. And Raquel Rodriguez has big history with Rhea Ripley, dating back to their days in NXT. So I like that idea a lot better. Another woman rather, for the women's division. And I think Liv wins and retains. Another reason why I think Liv wins and retains, because if Rhea wins, it absolutely ends the story. I mean, that's the only thing Rhea wants. She wants her title back. I do think that if Rhea wins, we have a problem. And that problem is, what does she do? Where does she go? Who does she feud with? There is really nobody. She could win the championship and then do what? Feud with Raquel Rodriguez if Raquel Rodriguez comes back? It's not money. It's not big enough. The money match is in Liv. Liv retaining prolongs this and gives us an opportunity to add more layers to the story. If you give Rhea the championship, you absolutely say, all right, it's all over, on to the next thing. Rhea needs to lose tomorrow. Because the biggest thing is, if she wins, what does she do? Who does she feud with? There is no one on Monday Night Raw for Rhea Ripley to feud with if she wins the championship back. So I say Liv brings back Raquel. Rhea now has double trouble to work with on top of the Judgment Day. And it's going to be a very difficult road for her to get the championship back. She's going to get it back. But they may actually prolong this through Survivor Series, through Saturday night's main event. I could see Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan going on into the Royal Rumble. I could absolutely see it. So I'm going Liv Morgan tomorrow.
I doubt it.
I'm going Damian Priest over Finn Balor. I think if Liv retains, can't have Finn also win. I do think that they split this series 50-50. Going Damian Priest tomorrow. I do think after the amount of times that Damian Priest has been laid out by the Judgment Day, because you got to make them look strong, I'm going with Damian Priest to get some level of revenge on Finn Balor tomorrow night at Bad Blood. And Nia Jax, Bayley. I'm going Bayley to lose. I'm going Nia to retain, and then Tiffany Stratton cashing in the briefcase and winning the WWE Women's Championship. That is Bad Blood. That is Bad Blood. 5 matches.
Yep.
I would have personally added Gunther and Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight Championship, but there was a report today saying that WWE didn't feel the need for this match because they wanted to boost Monday Night Raw with a major championship match. And seeing that they have a monstrous double main event tomorrow, they feel like Sami Zayn and Gunther might have gotten lost in the shuffle, so they're giving them Monday night all to themselves.
I mean, what's the bill?
Which is understandable. It is absolutely understandable.
I didn't think those were too big a message.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we got on this Friday night. I wish I had more for you, but SmackDown is 2 hours and...
Oh, wait, hold on.
You could just base SmackDown off of that. If I don't have a lot to talk about, then it really is a very formulaic, very straightforward show that is kind of rested on its laurels and doesn't really do anything to kind of branch out and be different and exciting or intriguing and unpredictable. It's kind of sad, actually. But we got your super chats coming up. Let's get into your super chats. Let's hang out for a little bit.
Yep. Well, I think I'm going to end the video. I think I made this long enough. Can't wait for tomorrow for the pay-per-view. I will be doing a live stream after the pay-per-view. Can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully we get something on it. Before I end it, wanted to show all my fans and my new subscribers my Star Wars Battlefront 2. Oh, finally, I got this Star Wars Battlefront 2. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my game. Now here's my I'm glad that they finally uploaded. It took a while. Yeah. Turns out this is over. It is coming to an end. Well, I think I will end this here. Alright. Since I'm done with Star Wars Battlefront 2, is there anything else I need to look at here? I think I done everything. I think I remade the videos I needed to remake. Nah. So it looks like I'm done here for now. Alright, well, might well end the video. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. I will be back with more. I can't wait for the pay-per-view to be Bad Blood. Hopefully we get the Rock. Hopefully something happens. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. I will do my live stream tomorrow on 3 Bad Blood. I'll see y'all later. Till next time.